Hi everyone, we wanted to come to you today to challenge you to see things from a different view, because I think perspective is a good thing to talk about, because I feel like sometimes as humans we have a very shallow perspective of what's going on in our lives. We can only see it's like what's right in front of us versus when we rely on God, God sees the full big picture. So today's fun activities all deal with perspective.
I think it's good because listen to this. Someone said this is the best thing, okay? He says, be of good cheer, I've overcome the world. Okay, when you overcome the world, that's everything. Everything you'd ever face in your whole life. And he says this, he says, do not fear, it's your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. And we're talking about everything. So when like the whole perspective of like, man, I have a thing. I like to look at these nice houses that it's like, oh man, it'd be so nice. I know they're like way out of our price range, and it's like, whoa, it'd be so nice. But God's like, John, I already made that for you in heaven. And if I get it here on earth, whatever, I probably don't want it because the taxes are really high anyway, right? So, but I'm just saying that, Jesus says, hey, I be of good cheer. I actually prepare a place for you. And where I go, you know, and the way you know. And he says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody comes to the Father except through me. And keep that perspective, because I picture this like Abraham. He never saw the future. He never saw King David. He never even know King David like later, He never saw Jesus. He didn't even know, but there always inside there's got to be a better way. There's this inner struggle, okay? And there's got to be someone who can fix this. And from the inside out. And when you get that perspective of like, okay, you may not seen it with your eyes, but you knew it was going to happen. And that's the good news, that like, it's like whether I have it here on earth or whether or not, it's already prepared for you in heaven. And so I say this, you can have everything. You can be the richest king in the world, the richest prince, have your cars made out of gold, but inside you don't have peace.
Yeah, it's that fulfillment of knowing that you're walking out the life that God intended you to have versus creating your own life for yourself. And to know that we are all just little pieces of a big puzzle.
Yes, absolutely.
But to know that you are a very valuable piece and God needs you. He designed you and breathed life into you at this very specific time in all of history for a very specific and important and valuable reason. And to know this, that others may not respect or understand your gifts and talents and your value, and no one will ever value you like God does. Mm-hmm. So hold on to God and realize that his perspective is way bigger than ours, and trust him, rely on him, and find your fulfillment just in him.
Remember when Elijah was on the mountain and his servant, and he was there, and you see a whole army of people, fully trained warriors that basically fight all the time. And even to this day, I mean, they just it's fighting's in the blood, And then it's like Elijah's there and he's like, hey, open the eyes of his understanding so he could see how it really is.
Yeah.
Because what it really is a army much mightier than they are.
God was backing him up big time.
Of angels. And all there lined up, and the battle was already won. I mean, I love these stories, and there's a lot of them. I mean, like, the one night, one angel kicked out like 170,000 Assyrians or something. I mean, like one. It shows you really how we're small, compared to how it really is, the big picture. I mean, the earth is the Father's footstool, is God's footstool. I mean, think of that. That's just his foot, his shoe. So when you see, your shoe, like my shoe right here, and it's like, it's size 12, I think I'm size 11 in sandals, but, and it's like, wow, it must be so big, like when I'm a kid and you look at your dad's shoes, and you're like, oh man, those are, but they're not that big, really, because the whole earth is his footstool. So no matter what the problem is, take a deep breath and just say, hey, God's got this. This is so easy. Actually, you don't even have to do anything to receive it. We think we got to do this, I got to do that, and that's where it's wrong, okay? You just have to have the right perspective, the right heart to know that he's already done it for you, and that's the good news.
We're just walking it out by faith.
Just walk it out by faith.
So enjoy these fun perspective things. I think these are going to be really neat.
Yes.
You're going to enjoy them, so stay locked. All right, we are outside getting ready to have some water balloon fun with a twist. So let's go.
I hope you guys enjoyed watching us get wet and very gold. Don't forget,
Smiles are free,
so share yours. Bye!